You have to learn from other people. You have to accept that you cannot know it all. You need other people's help. Hi guys, Sanibonani, ni hao, magali, murisei. How are we doing? How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is having a blessed month of August. I hope everything is going well with you, and if a lot is not going well with you, keep the hope, everything will be fine. So welcome back to my YouTube channel, Doing Life with Alma, where we just share a lot about life and just grow together and elevate our lives as we go. So today's video is all about improving yourself and self-elevation. So one of the things that I discovered that you need to do in order to elevate yourself and to elevate a lot of things in your life is first your mindset. Your mindset has to be transformed. After your mind has been transformed, everything else that goes in your life will automatically change. Not automatically change, but it will change, because the way you think shapes a lot of things in your life. It all starts from the mind, and after the mind, you have to do a lot in your life. So one of the things that I really think you actually have to do in your life in order to see changes in everything is to read books. Yeah, to read books. It's actually really important, especially self-help books. So today's video mainly is about how can you use self-help books to elevate your mindset and to elevate your life in general, and how can you actually read them, because the way you read fiction books, romance books and all that, it's actually different from how you use self-help books, you understand? So yeah, that's what we're going to do in this video, and I'm going to be giving you some suggestions of the books that I really like, the books that I've read over the past 2 years. Yeah, okay. So firstly, I wasn't a person who really liked to study books. I always thought that it was wasting time. Instead of reading these self-help books that are written by other people who are actually now successful, why should I? Let me actually just study my, my notes, my, school notes and everything, and just do that education and all that, so that I actually also become successful. But I actually realized that it takes a lot for you to be a successful person in life. You can be successful in one area of your life and not be successful in another. It really takes effort, time, and a lot of knowledge for you to be able to maintain a balance and be successful in a lot of areas of your life. So you actually have to be intentional with everything that you do, so that you at least manage to reach the level of success that you actually want. You understand? Because you cannot only be putting a lot of effort in your education and not on your well-being and all that, and expect results. Anyway, you put your effort, there is no other way but for that area to show results. You understand? So yeah, so that's how I convinced myself that no, maybe when it comes to career, maybe I can be doing well, but do I know how to deal with finances? Do I know how to deal with my emotions? Do I know how to interact with people? Because if you want to be successful, you are surrounded by people. You actually have to know how to interact with people, how to negotiate with people, how to be a good human being. You actually have to learn how to be a good human being, you understand? So yeah, that's how I came up to realize that, okay, I need self-help books of people who have passed through this life and have learned a lot and have decided and have been given the grace to say, okay, let me write this book so that it helps someone. So yeah, for me to get that help and to understand, I said I'm starting to read books. So for self-help books, right, you're not supposed to read them as you read fiction books or romantic books. No, for fiction and romance, it's like you just want to buy time. You just want to to have that jiggle in your mind, and to to just have something to read, to improve your vocabulary, to to, you know, to be in a world that's not existing. You understand? Please, I'm so sorry if you hear some sounds and what is going on. So it's different. It's different from the way you read self-help books. You're trying to improve yourself. You have certain areas that you're not good at, and you're trying to learn from someone how they did it. You understand? So you actually have to take your time to study what that person is saying and try to apply it in your life. So let's say one of my favorites is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You understand? This book is thick. For someone who never used to read, this book is thick. You understand? I mustn't read this book with an intention of finishing it all in 2 weeks or finishing it all in a week. You understand? This is like a manual. You get? This is like a manual. So there are 7 habits. You understand? So the thing is, you have to read. You get? Read. After reading, meditate. Think of your life. How is this book relating to my life? What have I seen in this book that I need to improve in? You understand? You read, you understand what this person is trying to say. You relate it to your life and try to change those areas of your life. You understand? So it's like more of reading to understand and to apply. It's different from how you read romantic romantic novels and all that. Romantic novels is just for fun, but this, it's like you're on a mission to change your life. Your goal is, after reading this book, I should be having 5 or 7 things that I've learned that I've now started to apply in my life. You understand? So that's how you read self-help books. That's how you're not supposed to read 15. You understand? Because you are trying to read 15 books. That's how you mix up, you know, the methodology and all that, and you end up getting confused. When it comes to self-help books, it's not about the amount that you read. No, it's about what you get out of the book and how you apply in your life. You understand? So as for me, I have decided that I have my 5 specific books that I have decided to say these are the ones that I will stick to for the longest in my life until I have mastered all these techniques that these people are putting forward. Those are the 5. Whenever I feel bored or anything, or I feel I'm lacking in this area of my life, I take these books and I read them. So that's why it's also important to research before taking a self-help book to study for yourself. Do a research, review other people, what they think about the book, and compare it to what you actually want in your life, and take the book. It's not about just, you know, taking from the shelf and say, I'm going to try this. You're trying to help yourself. You understand? You are trying to align yourself and to elevate yourself so that at the end of the journey, you have something you have learned that you're now applying in your life and see if it's producing results. You understand? I would actually recommend this book. This is my favorite book. I read this book, and to be honest, my life has changed. You see those highlighted areas? I try to go and study the book, you understand, and see if I'm making any changes in my life, and see if I'm doing any progress. So for anyone who really wants to be effective in their day-to-day life, to be effective off the cameras, to be effective on your one, to be effective behind closed doors, I would really recommend you to read this book. It's not a boring book, and as I've told you, you don't read this book to finish it in 2 weeks. You read it as time goes on, and mastering each and every habit, so that at the end You have something tangible. You understand? This is for self-mastery. This is for self-elevation. You understand? So today I'll be recommending 3 books. So this is the first one. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This is to be effective in all the areas of your life. You understand? So this is like an overall book. It's not targeted to or one specific area of your life. The second book that I want to recommend is called The Psychology of Money. I love this book so much. It revealed a lot about me when it comes to money. It revealed a lot. It's written The Psychology of Money, Timeless Lessons on Wealth, Greed, and Happiness by Morgan Housel. This book, it's a must read. You have to, if you want to improve your finances, if you want to elevate anything, how you handle your money, how you handle your happiness, how you view money in general, you have to read this book. It's called The Psychology of Money. I still read this book. As I told you, this is the book that I'm going to be reading for the longest time of my life, because I think those lessons are the one that you read and try and apply in your life. You read, try and apply in your life. You have a mistake, you come back, you check, how do I deal with this? When you are now going back to your old habits, you come back, you start. So when it comes to finances, this. Okay. The other book that I loved, I have a lot. Some of them we'll talk about them in the coming videos. This book, Don't Believe Everything You Think. Yeah, I really loved this book. It's one of the first books that I read. I chose this book because I was someone who used to overthink a lot of things. So I realized that it was affecting a lot of areas of my life. So I decided to choose a book that was going to help me. And it talks about how if you're overthinking, it's either you're living in the past, trying to live in the future, you're not in the present. Because if you're in the present, you just have to enjoy the present. If you can't control it, then what can you do? Just live through life. I really love this book. Then someone says self-help books are not that important or anything. After this video, go and recheck your thinking. I think these books are really helpful. So yeah, I just decided to make this video to encourage you and to convince someone that self-help books are very important. You have to learn from other people. You have to accept that you cannot know it all. You need other people's help. You understand? There are people who did it better than you. Why can't you sit down and learn from them? You have to have that, mindset. You have to have that discipline to say, I will learn from others. As long as I'm not there, even if I'm there, there's someone who's doing better than me. There's someone who knows better than me. And I'll keep feeding from those people, learning from those people to get myself to where I want. You understand? So yeah, I hope you managed to learn 1 or 2 things from this video. It's a video that I really wanted to put out there to convince someone that start that journey of reading these self-help books. You will be encouraged, your life will be transformed. I hope you had a wonderful time, and I hope you have a good time in trying to elevate yourself, whether it be finances, social-wise, career-wise. I wish you the very best. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel so that we have a good time, so that we grow together, elevate together, and face life together. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.